For comic book fans, seeing the members of Thanos' dreaded Black Order show up during Avengers Infinity War was pretty exciting, but we couldn't help but notice that one of our favorites was missing. If you watch only the movies, we'll let you know about the child of Thanos you didn't get to see and why Supergiant isn't a part of the MCU, at least not yet. But before we take a look at why Supergiant hasn't joined the MCU yet, subscribe to CBR and ring that bell to become a member of our notification squad so you never miss any of our MCU videos. When you're watching them safely from the other side of the movie screen, it's easy to love even the baddest of villains. Sure, we weren't rooting for the Black Order to win during Avengers Infinity War, well, at least most of us weren't, but we do have to admit they're pretty awesome. Each member of the team has their own strengths and weaknesses, as well as an interesting backstory, but unfortunately, if your only experience with the children of Thanos is in the MCU, you are majorly missing out in that regard. Even the Russo brothers admit to being disappointed that we didn't learn more about the various members of the Black Order. Apparently, they were supposed to be included in the movie, but there just wasn't enough time. Considering the fact that it took about half the movie just to introduce the characters we already know, we guess we kind of see their point on this one, but we have to admit, it was still a bummer that the Black Order didn't get enough screen time. For example, the loving marriage between Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive was just hinted at in the movie, although it's confirmed to be canon in the comics. But even the emotional reaction Proxima displayed when Corvus got injured was much more than one of their fellow Black Order members received. That's right, we're talking about none other than Supergiant. Her name may be kind of funny, but she had better not catch you laughing at it. Supergiant isn't known for her mental stability, and even by Black Order standards, she's pretty much off her rocker. Not only is she just plain crazy, she's also crazy powerful. In the comic books, Supergiant was able to destroy the X-Men with ease and lay waste to the Jean Grey School. She has powerful telekinetic powers and seeks to devour intellect, so watch out, Doctor Strange. Now, everyone knows that we here at CBR love almost everything Marvel, from comic books to movies, but not all their characters are created equal, and even the most hardcore of fans will admit that there are some real duds out there. For example, take a look at 3D Man. Yeah, he's about as cool as his name implies. So is Supergiant just not that awesome? While that would be an easy explanation for why she wasn't included in the MCU, we just don't think that's the case. Supergiant has incredible powers and is a mighty fighter, just like the other members of the Black Order. After all, even the comic book version of Thanos isn't the type of guy to tolerate dead weight in his ranks. In fact, Supergiant is arguably one of the most powerful characters in all of Marvel. She can control multiple living beings at one time, devour people's minds, and is immune to almost all types of physical damage. In short, despite being a member of the children of Thanos, she definitely has the powers to be the standout villain on her own. It took us so long to get a single female villain in the MCU, but it finally happened when we met Hela in the movie Thor Ragnarok. It's possible that Marvel Studios simply didn't want to use an incredible character like Supergiant as just one of Thanos' main lackeys. After all, while the characters in the Black Order are great in their own ways, we really did not get to see any of that during Infinity War. Supergiant is such a standout character that perhaps Marvel worried she would stand out too much if she was packed into the rest of the Infinity War cast. We think Supergiant has what it takes to be classified as a main villain, and even alone, she could give the Avengers a run for their money. Right now, the Avengers franchise has run into the old superhero problem of having too many characters at once, or at least being on the precipice of doing so. Bringing in a character for the fourth Avengers movie that already has some backstory in the series would be a smart move. There are tons of incredibly powerful Marvel villains, but few which we think could be included in Avengers 4 for practical reasons alone. Obviously, we all know about Thanos, his method of acquiring children, and his Black Order. That means Supergiant would have a huge step up when it comes to casting another villain for Avengers 4. At the end of Infinity War, it looked as though Thanos had sustained a grievous injury to his arm after using the Infinity Gauntlet. Even though the Gauntlet is a powerful piece of equipment, it still has to contend with all of the ultra-powerful Infinity Stones. Not only does the Gauntlet gauntlet look busted, but Thanos himself is damaged as well. And let's not forget that he lost the other members of his Black Order during the events of Infinity War. If we were going to pick a single member of the Black Order to fight by our sides, we know we would be picking Supergiant. It would be easy enough to come up with a reason to explain Supergiant's absence during Infinity War. Thanos might have simply dispatched her to some other mission while the events of Infinity War played out. It's possible that this ultra-powerful Black Order member was his backup in case things went too badly. Right up until the end, the Black Order was holding its own against our heroes, and Thanos was ultimately able to triumph. At the time, he could get by without Supergiant, but it seems like now, Thanos might be able to use the help. And as for us Marvel fans, we could definitely use a new villain for Avengers 4, and one that wouldn't take too long to introduce. They would have to be extraordinarily powerful and have a reason to be working with Thanos. If you think about it, Supergiant fits the bill perfectly, and it would be great to have another female villain in the MCU. Do you miss the presence of Supergiant in the MCU, or do you think she should stay in the comic books? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below, and then click on the subscribe button for the latest MCU videos from us here at CBR. Thanks for watching.